Heading to California on Route 66, we camped the entire way out of our Corvette, taking all of our food, clothing, and shelter with us. But on the way home, we decided we were going to do it differently and check out some of the historic and fantastic motels and hotels along the route that made Route 66 so famous. So hang around and let's check out some of those great hotels. So the first stop is probably the fanciest place we'll be, and that is the Weatherford in Flagstaff, Arizona. And when we arrived, the front desk was not manned, so we had to come and sit in Charlie's Lounge. Sounds like there's going to be a quite raucous blues band playing tonight, so I think we might stake out a seat. We just got done listening to a blues band. We're heading upstairs to another bar to check it out. They have an awesome looking restaurant. What a cool little place. Right downtown in Flagstaff. It's a great place to stay. We came upstairs to the Zane Grey, and this bar, believe it or not, was brought here from Tombstone, Arizona. I don't know if Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp ever had a cocktail here, but you can bet if they did, it's written in the wood. All right, the band is still going hard, but we decided to come up and check out the bar Zane Grey's, and they have an awesome patio, wraps around the building, and looks right over downtown Flagstaff. What a great location to spend an evening. The room here at the Weatherford is quite classic as well. It's really a great room. Nice king bed, sitting area, double sinks, nice closet area, a bathroom with a classic old clawfoot tub. So if you want to take a shower, you're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Just be aware that here at the Weatherford, not all of the rooms have bathrooms. This is a historic hotel, and it's built as they built them in the past in the late 1800s. So if you want a private bathroom, you better make sure you pick the right room. So we are tonight in Tucumcari, New Mexico. We are at the famous Blue Swallow Motel with its 100% refrigerated air, TV, and vacancy. And I was going to tell you a little bit about the Blue Swallow, but I think I know somebody that's better at it than me.
Well, welcome everyone, welcome. My name's Robert. I like to say the caretaker of the Blue Swallow because, you know, this has been loved and cared for by the last number of families. Dating back all the way to our matriarch, Lillian Legan Redmond. You know, Lillian, she was a Harvey girl when she returned the Tucumcari. And she truly is the matriarch of the Blue Swallow Motel, running the motel for well over 40 years, into her 90s. My wife and I, we came here about 3 years ago, and we're pleased to be having the Blue Swallow as our next chapter, and being as caretakers. Plus, I get to meet great guys. You know, and you do find that the more you ask questions, the more you get past the nose on your own face. And don't talk about the things Mom said never to talk about at dinner or in mixed company. What? Sex, politics, religion.
Yep.
If you leave that off the table, you know what? You might find you have a lot more in common than differences. A little bit about the hotel. You know, what you're looking at here is the office that was built in the 1940s. wonderful picture here of Lillian Redmond. We do have a little neon, but really the star of the show is outside this door. Let me show you the sign. This sign was installed. This is not the original Blue Swallow sign. The Blue Swallow Court is the first name of the Blue Swallow Motel, and its sign was a little bit smaller than this. That was installed in, we believe, 1955, and it was designed by Lillian Redmond herself. It was just after she took occupancy of the motel. Gotta like neon. If you're going to be on Route 66, you better have a kinship for some neon. This fountain here was built in the 1940s and also has some neon. It is a working fountain, but we just got done tongue pointing it, finishing up some painting, and we'll get the water running.
What keeps you coming back to the Blue Swallow every day?
Well, I guess you can say people are coming here. They're happy to be here. This is not, and with understanding, this is a destination. Folks are coming here. They want to be here. This is not a pull off the side of the highway because we're tired and we just need a place to stay. Yeah. And I see a vacancy light on. We're very humbled by that, mind you.
Yep.
You know, it's one of the crown jewels of the Route 66 family.
It definitely gets a lot of airplay when you look up Route 66 for sure.
And don't mind me. I think it's one of it is a crown jewel. But I'm a huckster on the route trying to sell your room. Anyhow, as you walk around, what you're going to find that makes us very unique is our garages. And, well, you know, the Blue Swallow Motel has always had garages. Most hotel owners would have flipped these into rooms years ago, which would make sense because you're not parking a 1970s Eldorado in that garage.
Yeah, for sure.
As we walk around, focus in on the Blue Swallow Court sign. Kevin Mueller, the previous owner, well, he had that done, and that is a great representation of the original Blue Swallow Court sign that hung here.
And as far as guests go, what's the farthest away that some of your guests have come from to see
You say
Route
New Zealand,
66?
Australia?
New Zealand? Awesome.
And we've been visited by 100 countries in our 2.5 years since we've been here.
No kidding.
Yes. I'm going to get these lights turned on. We're going to give it some ambiance. But I want to say welcome.
Baby. Tonight we are in Chandler, Oklahoma at the Lincoln Motel, and at first glance it appears to be a little less loved, perhaps is the right word, than the Blue Swallow was. But we're going to go check out the room. Let's have a look at that. So we are not in one of the small bungalows. We're in a room or a building that has 4 rooms. Let's go check it out. There's camera lady. Let's go check out this room and see what it looks like. All right. It's got nice, unique colors. No off-putting smells. That's always a good thing. Couple beds. The TV, like they say on the sign, so life is good there. Not that we ever turn the TV on, but there's the micro fridge and a microwave. Let's see if I can find a light. There we go. We have the micro fridge, microwave, big sink. And a standard and nicely clean bathroom. So, it's not going to be your Ritz-Carlton or your Hyatt Regency, but it's going to do, and it's got Route 66 oozing all over it. Yes, I think the old cottages have seen better days. It's a great little spot. I hope that the owners take some time and do some upkeep and maintenance. Now, having said that, our room was fine. The bed was good. The shower was nice. It was clean. But we weren't in the bungalow. We were in the little multiplex or whatever you call it. So overall, if you're on the trip and you're looking for a well-restored, quaint Route 66 hotel, I would say that the Lincoln is probably not top of the list. Hey, welcome. This is our last stop. We are at the Wagon Wheel in Cuba, Missouri, and this place has all kinds of charm. So we are really lucky. We have Connie, the owner, with us today. And I want to just ask Connie a few questions about the Wagon Wheel and sort of her participation in it and the history. And so, Connie, can you give us a little background of the facility?
Yeah, the lady that had it last had it 40 years, and she died in 2003, was 85. And it was pretty clean up till then, just real Spartan and, old. And her second husband kept it till 2008. He didn't clean much or fix anything or get rid of any extra stuff. And he rented for $11 a night, cash, and carried a ball bat. And it was full rented when, I came to look at it.
So
but
a few unsavory characters is what you're saying?
Yeah, for sure. His son came up from Kentucky to settle their estate, and he was showing it to me, and I come up to be nosy. I had a gift store in Florist down the street, and I built some houses and remodeled some buildings on the side. So I came up to be nosy, see what they were going to do with it, and he'd got a land appraisal only back and was not happy with it. His wife was going back to Kentucky with it without him, and so he just said, make me an offer. So I made him an offer I didn't think he'd take, and he took it, and overnight we signed a paper. And that was that. And then I didn't sleep for a week. I never called the bank, told my kids, nobody. I just signed up for it, and that was it. Hadn't even really inspected the place.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was a good deal, actually. It was land value, and there's 5 acres here.
Yeah.
So anyhow, then after that, it was 5 years and $500,000, and we got it together here.
Yeah.
But that's it.
That's awesome. And the history of the place, you were saying that this area used to be a restaurant.
Yeah.
Originally, and
yeah, it was a famous restaurant. Actually, it was one of the first Duncan Hines certified restaurants in Missouri, and they had, people come from all over. They served catfish with the heads on, and they cut them off at your plate, that sort of thing. And but it was pretty popular in the area. And in later years, they moved it out to the four-way when the highway came in. And it didn't do as good out there as it did here,
Okay.
so, but, yeah.
And historically, along with the motor court, they sold gasoline.
Yeah.
So there's gasoline pumps out front, and you said there were some changes that originally this was the gasoline station where we're standing now?
No, right here was the restaurant, but
Okay.
the gas station was connected right here, and there was
Okay.
two restrooms right where those two windows were,
Okay.
and you come into, and they kept them there all this time. But this room, when I bought it, had 10 rooms in here, 4 baths, and had the ceiling down to the bottom line, because years after that they had made it into a doctor's office, a trucking company, beauty shops, everything. It
Wow.
was just, it took forever to gut this down to the bones. I'd take the ceilings out, and that's the original floor, and it was covered up with 2 layers of tiles, so that's what saved the floor.
Yeah,
The tile
yeah.
was on it. But it took a lot to redo this, and I hadn't even looked in the other buildings at that point. I got this done, and I thought, we'll just refinish those little rooms down there by spring
Yep.
and be ready to go. Well, 4 years later,
Yeah.
that's like,
And I see the little Standard Oil building
Yeah.
outside. At some point, they decided it needed a bigger space. So,
yeah.
perfect.
And it had the the bathroom between the building type thing, outside bathrooms, and it's got some kind of everyday paneling on it. And one day I took a piece of that paneling off, thought I'd see what was under it, and it was Standard Oil painted blue rock.
Really?
There was nothing else under there. So, and yeah, it has a lot of history and a lot of time spent.
And you get travelers from everywhere, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, all over the world. We had a motorcycle group from Austria today, here this afternoon, and somebody just sent him reservation in for tomorrow night from Finland. So they must already be here and reserved it.
Great. We ran into some folks at the Blue Swallow, actually, that had stayed here, and we're talking about how much they like this place as well. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Motorcycle
That's good.
riders. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had several this week, so
Great.
it's nice to see everybody.
All right, we are in room 21. Let's check this beast out. So, old original doors. We've got a kitchen. We've got a refrigerator. We've got sink, microwave, a neat little high top in here. That is cool. Looks like it came from this diner maybe, or at least it's supposed to look like it might have come from this diner. And, now this is funny. When's the last time that you saw an old saloon door go into your bedroom? Kind of neat. Doesn't offer a lot of privacy though. We have a nice little bedroom, 2 beds, TV, air conditioning, modern conveniences everywhere. We have a bath. And it's nice, some of these old hotels, the bathrooms are sparse or non-existent. But we've got a nice little bathroom in here, full shower. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a great little room. Plenty of room too. So this is a big room. So we're looking forward to it. We're gonna head down to the corner bar and have a little happy hour drink, I believe. And then right next door is the barbecue joint. So I think it's barbecue tonight. Dinner tonight, we walked across the parking lot to the Missouri Hick barbecue joint. Hick standing for hickory. And I will tell you, I was surprised. It was really good. They put a lot of thought and attention into their side dishes because each one was excellent. And the barbecue was excellent as well. So if you are ever staying at the Wagon Wheel, the Missouri Hick barbecue is a great choice. Now the Wagon Wheel Motel really outdoes the Route 66 neon by having not one awesome, but 2 neon signs. So this is the first and least elaborate. Let's run around and take a look at these. Here's one of the coolest neon signs that we've seen. The sign for the Wagon Wheel Motel. And I'm gonna get in here close because if you've never been around neon, they make this awesome humming sound. So let's see if we can get close enough that you can hear it.